around now. Yeah. All right. Thank y'all for joining. I just wanted to go over a few waivers before we get started on class today. We have balance bingo, which started like at the beginning of the week. So if you haven't been able to keep up with it, don't worry. Like we weren't even here Monday. So you can go catch up. And it's just to kind of improve and refine your balance skills, which is like, I am so glad we're doing this because I don't feel like it's talked about enough. Just the importance of balance and stability for everyone, but especially as we age, like to establish that balance when you're younger and as you get older is really important. So this is amazing. So hop on that. And you're just going to get like a bingo card and it's balance bingo. And then we have our cooking demo in 3 weeks. Well, I guess 2 weeks from yesterday. Wait, 3 weeks from yesterday. So not next Wednesday, but the following. However many weeks that is, honestly, in my head, I cannot calculate it right now. But soon, at this month, we have our cooking demo and we're going to be making lemon zucchini bread, which personally, very also excited about that. And when I say I'm excited about things, like I mean it, because I love lemon bread so much. So I'm very excited for this. And then we have our Balance and Core webinar on September 10th. So also keep your eyes out for that. I believe that's next. Yeah, that's next Wednesday. So hop on for that. And with that said, that's all I got for y'all today. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to spotlight myself. And then go ahead, kick off your shoes, grab a mat or find a comfortable like rug in your living room. I mean, I don't know where you are, but just find a comfortable spot. We will be on the ground. So I have a mat, as you can see. I'm going to start my timer. I'm taking my shoes off. You can leave your shoes on, but I think it's a lot more comfy to, take your shoes off. And we're just going to get started. All right, I want you to come to the middle of your mat. If you have a mat, if you don't, just stand feet hip width apart. And you're going to raise your arms up into the sky. You're trying to pull your spine apart as much as possible. So you're reaching your chest far away from your hips, up towards the sky. Fill that belly with air. I'll give you a side view. Exhale through your mouth, pushing the air out of your mouth. Inhaling again, arms are up, high. We're stretching that spine. Exhale. Activate your core to really push that air out of your belly. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2 more breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 1 more time. Drop those hands, bring them up. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And then I'm going to come to face you. You can shake your arms out for a second because they're going to go back up. We're going to interlace our fingers together. Feet are hip width apart. Deep breath in, and on that exhale, I want you to use right hand to pull left side over. We are going to stretch the lateral side of our body on the left side. I want you to breathe in, and as you breathe in, envision all of the air going into the left side of your rib cage. And exhale, pushing that air out, and pull a little more on that exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Drop the arms, shake the shoulders out. Inhale those arms back up, interlace the fingers, and we're going to pull. Use left to pull right. Inhale and pull. Exhale. Feel that stretch. Again, really trying to isolate that breath by envisioning pushing all of the air to the right side. In through the nose, out through the mouth, pull. You want the stretch through your, kind of through that side, almost your armpit, but kind of more back. You're really stretching those lats. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Belly is tucked in. When we don't engage our core, our hips are just sliding to the side, but we want our pelvis to be neutral, so belly is engaged. And give me 1 more breath. And exhale those arms down. Swing them out a little bit. My shoulders are tight, but I did push yesterday, so they're kind of bugging me. All right, and then I want you to come hip width apart and raise that right foot behind you. We are going to stretch our left quad. So show you from this side. I am grabbing left side, left foot with my hands, and obviously struggling with my balance today. And engage that core and kind of fight against the grip in your hand to get a deeper stretch in that. Inhale, exhale. If you need to grab a wall for support, you can do that. Inhale, exhale. Feel that stretch in the front of the quad. You might feel a little bit of it in your knee. That's okay. That's where that quad inserts. So it could be a little bit tighter there. You might feel it a little bit in your hip. That's okay too. The quad inserts at the hip and then at the knee. Inhale, exhale, and drop to the ground. Swap sides. Right hand reaches back and grabs right foot. Inhale. Engage that left quad to help you balance. And engage that core. Again, resistance, so pressing your foot into the palm of your hand a little bit to kind of further stretch that quad. Exhale, relax. Inhale, resist, resist. Exhale, relax. Just a few more breaths here. Inhale, resist against your palm. Press your foot to the palm of your hand. Exhale, relax. Inhale. Resist. Exhale, relax. One more. Inhale, resist. Exhale, relax. You can drop your foot to the ground. Now I want you to raise hands into the sky so high, and then drop palms to thighs. Hinge from the hips, push back with the booty. Knees are straight. You can have a soft bend in them. And we're going to go into a toe touch. And we're just going to hang here for a second. And then after a few seconds, I'm going to have y'all alternate bending each knee to kind of get a stretch in those hamstrings. So you can place your hands behind your quads, wherever feels comfortable. On the front of your shins, if you don't want to go all the way down to the ground, that's okay. You can put them on the front of your thighs if you don't have that mobility. But I want you to start pulsing. So bend right knee, straighten it. Bend right knee, straighten it. You're really pressing into that glute and that hamstring, shifting your hips forward a little bit. Alternating sides. Give me 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come back up, and we're taking it to the mat. So come to your knees and onto all fours. This is tabletop is what they call it in yoga. All fours is also fine, doesn't really matter. And drop belly to the ground, chest facing the wall in front of you, and head goes up, and we're in cow. You can tuck your toes or keep them untucked, whatever's more comfortable. And then you're going to push up into cat. Inhale. Then on that exhale, lower back into cow. Inhale on the exhale, into cat. Inhale, exhale into cow. Inhale, exhale into cat. And in cat, we're pulling pelvis to chest. And we're pushing those shoulder blades. We're pushing that mid back through the shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale into cat. Hold cat for a second. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale into cow. One more time. All right. Now, I am going to have you stay in this position, but we are going to swing right arm into the air. And then we are going to thread it down on the ground. And our head is going to come to rest on the ground. And our shoulder will be also resting on the ground. And we're not putting all this weight on our head or anything. It's just a kickstand. We are stretching the back of that right shoulder. If you want to make it dynamic, you can swing it up, stretch that chest, and then push it back through. Hold for just about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you can bring it back to tabletop, and we're going to swap sides. So left arm goes into the air and slides under chest, cast right hand, and we're resting on our left shoulder, stretching that back of the left shoulder. You can lift this hand into the air if you want, so that you're really deepening that stretch, or you can keep it on the ground, not supporting your weight, but just kind of as a kickstand to keep you from, all the weight being on your face. And then swing that hand up, stretch through that chest, and then swing it back under your body. And then rest here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to tabletop. And then we're going to take it into child's pose. So your knees don't need to be in, but have them hip width apart. So I want your knees under your hips, feet behind you, and you're going to push forward, leaving your hands in front of you, sitting back, and you're really going to be kind of stretching your back, and you're leaving your hands forward to deepen that stretch. And we're just going to hold this pose. I want you to take a nice big deep breath in, breathing in through your nose, filling belly with air. And as you fill that belly with air, that your belly should push against your thighs and put this little bit of a stretch in that low back. So belly breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, relax. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And then we're going to come forward. And I want you to walk your hands forward just a little bit. And then you're going to drop your pelvis towards the ground. Chest is going to come up. This may be a little high. If you want to just come up a little bit onto your elbows, you can do that. We're stretching the abdominal muscles. So kind of the opposite of that child's pose. So we're here in cobra. Deep breath. In. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then you can lower it to the ground. Press back into child's pose to kind of give that low back a break from that. And then I want you to flip over onto your back. And you're going to come to your back. Feet are up at, like you're going to go into a glute bridge. So feet are close to your booty. And you want to cross left ankle over right knee. Now you have options here. You can either just push your hand on your left knee to kind of get it to be straight so that it's not like over here, Or if you are already flexible in that area and you want to deepen the stretch, you can thread your hands through your left knee and grab the shin on your right leg. And this is really going to get a good stretch through that glute. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Drop to the ground. Place your left foot back on the ground and swap sides. Right knee crosses over right ankle crosses over left knee. And thread those hands through, grab your shin and pull through. Or you can grab just like the middle of your knee. When I say shin, I mean like the middle of the shin, not the ankle. Or you can just just don't, anyway. And then pull in, deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Give me 2 more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Again, you're feeling that stretch in those glutes, and you can place feet back onto the floor in front of you. And we are going to come up into sitting position. Feet come together. We're going to sit in butterfly pose. So you're going to come up, sit like this, and then bring feet in like you're kind of going to go Indian style, but then your feet are going to touch. And you can have them out in front of you. If you can bring them in closer, that's going to kind of deepen. This is a hip stretch, so it's going to kind of deepen that stretch in your hips. If you cannot do this, that is okay. I want you to kind of sit in a low squat because it's a little bit of the different target of muscle groups, but very similar. Your knees might not touch the ground. Mine do not. They might not come close to touching the ground. They may be up here. That's okay too. And then I want you to, if you can get into this position, or when you do, begin to pull, like grab the bottom of your feet, and you're going to pull chest to feet. And you're really going to feel it in the, like up by the thighs and in those hips. Inner thighs and hips. Pull. Deep breath in, exhale. And on that inhale, you can come up. And then on that exhale, you can pull down. So inhale, exhale, and pull chest. Inhale, chest comes up. Exhale, chest comes towards feet. All right, and then I want you to straighten out your left foot. Keep that right knee, that right leg tucked. And then I want you to run your left hand down your leg as far as you can go, and then kind of meet it with your right hand. If you're like, this is easy, spread your leg out a little bit farther. If that's super easy, if you're like so flexible, you can do the splits, just go ahead and straighten out the other leg. And we're here for 2 breaths, 3 breaths more. 1, 2, 3. You can bring left foot back in to butterfly pose and right knee stretches out. Run right hand along, meet it with left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Pull toes towards your shin. Kind of deepen that stretch in those hamstrings and hip area. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. All right. You can fold it into crisscross applesauce, Indian style, whatever you want to call it. And I want you to roll your shoulders back. Hands come and rest on knees. And I want you to take a big deep breath. And as you take that big deep breath, I want you to scrunch your shoulders towards your ears. So you're kind of tightening everything up. And then you're going to exhale and push those shoulders down and away from your ears as far as they can go. Inhale, scrunch up. And then exhale and feel all of the tension just kind of run out of those shoulders. We hold so much stress in our shoulders. So inhale, stress them out. Exhale, roll them down. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, shoulders away. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale away. Now place your palms on the ground beside you. And I want you to bring right ear to right shoulder. Hands are away. Again, so that shoulder's not scrunching out to meet it. Deep breath. And then on that exhale, roll the chin to chest. Inhale. And then on the exhale, we're rolling left ear to left shoulder. Inhale. One more time. We're going to go back to the right ear, and then we're going to be done. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale. And exhale, head up. Thank y'all so much for joining the mobility class. I hope y'all have a great rest of your Thursday and a great weekend. And that's all I have for y'all today. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Abby.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.